Whenever you see a cow and a calf, you would see the calf has a tendency to go and roll somewhere in the dust, in the dirt, and at the end of the day, when the calf comes to the mother cow licks the body of the calf and purifies because of the parental affection. The same way Krishna has Bhakta Vatsalata, the parental affection for his devotee. Krishna cannot tolerate impurities in the hearts of his devotees. And that is the reason Krishna puts the devotees in different types of miserable, so-called miserable conditions of life. The devotees, despite being surrendered to Krishna, sometimes go through difficulties. But it is just a Krishna's plan that Krishna wants to purify the devotee by putting him in such so-called difficult situations. This Bhakta Vatsalta is very much appreciated in all the pastimes of Krishna. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling in the South India, he went to Srirangam Kshetra, and he went to Sri Ranganath temple, and he saw there was an illiterate Brahmana who had Srimad Bhagavad Gita in his hands, and he was holding it upside down. He was trying to read it, but he was not being able to read it. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that that Brahmana was being condemned by other Brahmanas. Just because other learned Brahmanas thought that he doesn't know what he's doing, and they were condemning. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought that this Brahmana needs mercy. So he approached him, and he thought that I'm seeing that you are holding Srimad Bhagavad Gita and you are trying to read, you are not able to read. That time the Brahmana answers, Vipra kahe murkha amhi shabdartha na jani, shuddha ashuddha Gita padi, Guru ra agya mani. He says that learned people who are staying in this temple, they say that I am a fool. So he calls others Vipra. He calls others as learned. And he doesn't say that these rascals are calling me fool. They say that they are advanced people, they are learned, and they call me fool because I don't know Shabdartha. I'm not able to read because I'm illiterate. Shuddha Ashuddha Gita Padi. But I'm still trying to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita as I can, because that is the order of my spiritual master. My spiritual master told me that you should read Srimad Bhagavad Gita every day. So I'm just trying. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought, how can this illiterate person who doesn't even know how to read, how come tears are flowing through his eyes? How come he is experiencing devotional ecstasies? So he asks, he inquires, why are you crying? And that person says, whenever I see the cover page of Bhagavad Gita, I see that Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Parabrahma, Paramdhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, he is the source of everything. And despite being such powerful, despite being all powerful, he is just accepting a role of a servant of his pure devotee Arjuna. So just by seeing Krishna as a charioteer, as a chariot driver of Arjuna, just because of his Bhakta Vatsal nature, that he is so compassionate, I cannot stop tears. And that is the reason Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts associating with that Brahmana and not the others who were condemning. So he received full mercy from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he was following the order of the spiritual master with all his heart. And we see that Krishna really protected Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He was always protecting Arjuna. It is said that all the arrows that were being sent by different warriors from Kaurava side, Krishna used to look at all the arrows, and because Krishna was at the front, and Krishna was looking at each and every arrow and was seeing if there is any possibility of danger to his devotee. So Krishna was at the front just making sure that his devotee is protected. One time when Bhishma Dev was invalidated on the 10th day, and after that Drona also was killed, then Kauravas called Nagas, the serpents, which is according to the law of wars, it was not proper thing, but still they somehow wanted to win the war, so they approached the serpents. And it is said there was Ashwasena, who was son of Takshak, and he wanted to take revenge from Arjuna, because the time when Arjuna and Krishna, they wanted to rejuvenate Khandavaprastha and they wanted to build Indraprastha. That time they burnt the desert, Khandavaprastha. That time, because of burning, most of the serpents were killed in that fire. And in that fire, the wife of Takshaka, which means mother of Ashwasena, was dead because of the fire. So they had this animosity. And you see this animosity being continued. Even at the time of Parikshit Maharaj, he is cursed to be beaten by Takshak, because they know that these two families have animosity. So Ashwasena somehow wanted to kill Arjuna. So he went and he sat in the quiver of Karna. And serpents have hypnotizing power. So he hypnotized Karna. And he was sending signals to Karna. Karna, pick me up. So Karna was getting those signals. Karna, pick me up. So he took the arrow, Karna, and Karna was shooting the arrow. And Ashwasena jumped on the arrow. And the time when Karna shoot that arrow, Krishna saw that arrow coming towards Arjuna's head. And that time Krishna couldn't control. And Krishna, just to protect Arjuna, Krishna by his feet, he pushed the chariot inside the ground, 1 foot. And because of this shock, Arjuna's crown fell down. And Arjuna was unaware of what is happening. And because the crown fell down, and Arjuna was, Arjuna felt offended. He thought, what is happening? He said, Krishna, please drive properly. What you are doing? And Krishna said, you don't know what is happening. So many arrows are coming. But Arjuna said, no, please drive properly. My crown fell down. What are you doing? Krishna said, crown? Your head was supposed to be on the ground. So sometimes the same thing happens with all of us. Some small thing happens, some small problems come in our life, and we come to Krishna and say, Krishna, what are you doing? But Krishna is actually saving us from a greater danger. So we have to always remember that Krishna is having a bigger plan. He has a bigger picture of our life, and whatever he is doing, though it may appear as inconvenience for the time being, but in the long run, it is going to be all beautiful, all auspicious.